Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. No injury report yesterday because the team was off, so let's get right to the audio portion of the show. Brock Purdy was a very popular man at the podium yesterday, and he shared the advice that he got from Joe Montana and Steve Young.
Just briefly talking to Joe, it's been just pretty simple, just in terms of, you got a good team around you. Just obviously go through your reads and what Kyle is calling and trust in Kyle. You don't need to be the superstar or anything. Like, you can go out and just do your job, do it well, and you got a good team around you, and you guys can win that way. And then with Steve, Steve we just talked about just like our mindsets, in the NFL. With all the stuff going around on the outside, being able to, sink back into what you believe and understand who you are and what your purpose is. And then he spoke to the team, obviously, about, when you have an opportunity like this, you got to take it. You can't let it slide. There's a lot of players in the NFL that don't get opportunities to go to the Super Bowl and win it. So he was like, you got to do what you can as a team when you have this op to take it.
I love that the legacy quarterbacks still talk to the current starter. That is a fantastic resource for Brock to be able to tap into. And going into the biggest game of his life, it's kind of nice to have two Super Bowl MVP quarterbacks on speed dial. Not surprisingly, once again, Brock did a media session, so he was asked about the whole game manager criticism. And you could tell he's kind of getting fed up with that question.
It can be a compliment at times where it's like, all right, you got a guy that can come in and run the system well. I feel like that's a compliment. I think that's, you're doing things right mentally, and obviously you're good enough to be able to hit guys that are open and make plays. There's 32 teams in the NFL, and there's not a lot of people that can come in and play the quarterback position well in the NFL. It's a hard job. So if you're saying that I'm a game manager and I don't look flashy in how I do it, I mean, that's your opinion, and that's okay. And at the end of the day, I want to do what it takes to help my team win. And so I think winning at the end of the day in the NFL is probably the biggest and most important thing.
Once again, he's going to have the opportunity to show people that he is not a game manager on Sunday. And one more win might actually convince some of the talking heads out there. Last one for you. Let's go to Kyle Shanahan now. He was also in front of the media. Kyle talked about how he's become more aggressive as a play caller because he's gotten more comfortable with Brock Purdy.
Your ebb and flow with how you call plays changes with your players. Of course, with the quarterback, but also with everyone else. I mean, the O-line has a factor, the eligibles you're trying to get the ball to, how the defense is playing. So everything affects your play calling. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to call plays for a long time. I've been in a lot of different situations. But having Brock, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, you could feel it last year. Just each game, I got more comfortable with him, seeing what he could do and how aggressive he is. And sometimes guys are aggressive, you get a little too aggressive, and then all of a sudden you get them in trouble and you got to pull it back. And but Brock's been pretty impressive with that stuff. Usually when it's not there, he makes the right decision as consistently as anyone I've been around, and he's been real fun to call plays for.
Keep it up, Kyle. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday, scouting reports. The Athletic did something really cool. They talked to all their writers who cover teams that beat the 49ers this season, and they asked them, how did it happen, basically? And they assembled all those answers into one big article. If you want to read it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, our YouTube channel. It's the perfect time to go check it out. Levin Black and I are here in Las Vegas posting exclusive video and audio for you on the YouTube channel. A lot of the 49ers media that they're doing is not published anywhere because the league kind of takes over and they only publish certain things. Well, we are taping it for you. You can go check it out on the YouTube channel. Please and thank you. Maybe you want to like and subscribe too while you're there. Last thing you may have missed, Chiefs injuries. Andy Reid updated the status of 3 players yesterday, and it's not looking good for any of them to be in the Super Bowl. Kadarius Toney likely won't be active because every time he is, he seems to sabotage the Chiefs' chances of winning. Jerick McKinnon had a core muscle injury. He's not strong enough to come back yet. And Joe Thuney, offensive lineman, is dealing with a pectoral injury. He's a long shot to play as well. So those are some big names for the Chiefs that might not be able to go in Super Bowl Sunday. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, please. And thank you. Plenty of good stuff to come on the channel. Tracy Sandler is going to join us. Drew Brees is going to join us later this week. Max Crosby. Levin's doing a phone interview with Alex Smith. We're going to have a phone interview with Jeff Saturday. Hope to catch up with Mina Kimes and Chris Sims and Kevin Clark as well. So please, please stay locked in. Give us a chance. If you are new to our channel, to our content, thank you for coming. Give us a chance this week. I promise we won't let you down. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.